I'm Danica Tormohlen with Trade Show News Network, and we're here at IAEE, and I'm joined by Arnaud Istas he's Group Head of M&A for the U.S. with
That's right.
EasyFairs. So welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for having me.
yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about your recent acquisition, your first acquisition in the U.S. Tell us a
Yes,
little bit about it.
yes, really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's really the first step we're making in with EasyFairs going into the US. With the recent new investors that we welcomed on board, Inflection and Cobipa. We draw a new strategy, a new plan to grow, and we've been looking at a number of countries outside of Europe.
Okay.
And of course, the most obvious
The
step
biggest
for us, and
market.
the biggest market, of course, is 50% of the global mice market is in the US. So it was actually kind of a surprise that we weren't even there yet. It was a logical step for us to look at the US, and now I'm super happy to
Make
its
the
first
first
acquisition.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's step back a little bit. Tell our audience, since you are new in the US, and we have a lot of US readers and watchers. So tell us a little bit about EasyFairs. Give some background for our audience.
Yeah, so EasyFairs has been founded 30 years ago by a Belgian entrepreneur called Eric Everard, with a model really of serving communities very locally where they are, heart of industry, very regional model, turnkey model also, no fuss for exhibitors, easy experience for visitors. And with that model, we really made a great story in Europe.
Name some of your
Yeah,
biggest events, and you are on the. For those who aren't familiar, you're on the Stacks,
yes,
top
exactly.
20 list of exhibition organizers in the world.
Yeah.
So even though people may not be familiar with it here in the U.S., it's a big global
Yeah,
brand.
indeed. We have become indeed a global player in the Stacks top 20, indeed. And with that, we see still a huge opportunity of becoming even bigger and growing further in a vibrant market like the US.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest events and like the verticals that you're in Europe? And are those the ones you're interested in the US?
Yeah, so we're structured around 12 verticals. Our portfolio, we have 150 events, 150 each, depending on the year,
Okay.
but structured around 12 verticals. The main verticals will be packaging and logistics, industrial manufacturing, industrial processing, maintenance. We're also in construction, in B2B and B2C. We're in retail, we are in healthcare, we're in tech. I mean, we have quite a number of interesting verticals that we serve with always the same model. And now energy.
Yes. Yeah. So tell us about the one here in the US. That with the acquisition. Yeah.
So what struck us really with this opportunity with EPC was that it was actually a quite recent launch, energy conference in the first place, launched by true entrepreneurs, which we like, we love at EasyFairs, run from the UK. It's easy also as a European player to relate to such UK based organizers. Yeah, we saw how they went really through a tremendous growth in a ultra dynamic and innovating industry like energy, critical infrastructure these days, growing. And so, I mean, that really triggered our attention. And when we then started connecting with the founder, Joshua Bull, we immediately fell in love also with his whole team of true entrepreneurs. So really excited to now write the next chapter with them.
Yeah. When's the next event?
It's in June 2026.
Okay.
It's going to take place here in the GRB in Houston.
Okay.
So
right where we're at right now.
We're here. And it's an interesting development because they started really as a conference, really leveraged their own expertise being conference organizers in the first place. They had 2 first editions as really with a conference model, and then last year they added a show. And I think this is a brilliant moment, and also for EasyFairs to step in to add also our trade show expertise, our processes, our tech backbone, and to help them and support them really to become even bigger, better, and serve their communities even better.
How did the deal come about?
So the deal came about through Mayfield, representing them, we got the IM. We saw it was a really, really fitting story, fitting our strategy. And we kind of jumped on it.
Yeah. So what's a good fit for EasyFairs when it comes to acquisitions? What are you looking for?
Yeah, so we're looking at well, strong, growing shows.
Yeah.
We like them to be in really ultra niche niche
Okay.
industries.
Okay.
And this is really true also for EPC, serving really the niche of engineers building energy infrastructures. So that's the niche they serve. They do that brilliantly. And so that was clearly a tick with EPC. A link with our current expertise in terms of industries, which is also a fit because we also run shows like pumps and valves, which
Okay.
really much is also serving the energy sector. So that was a tick too. And then the third point I will say is the team, because
Yes.
making a step in the US, you don't only buy the show, but you also buy the team, the talent, and that was also critical for us to making sure that
How
strong
many is
there.
on their team that came over?
So 7 people,
Okay.
and we're glad to say that everybody stays on board and
Okay.
will also write this next chapter with us to further grow it.
Exciting. Exciting. How does EasyFairs plan to leverage its experience to accelerate the show's growth?
Yeah, so maybe also like I touched already a little
Yeah.
bit on just before, I think EPC and the team, well, first of all, they did a great job. They really delivered a great, tremendous success story, and really have this conference expertise in the first place. And so we're glad that we will keep also all that talent and that expertise
Right.
on board, because they have the ambition, they have a great vision, and they will just smash it.
Okay.
So what we're going to add as
Yeah.
EasyFairs again is this trade show expertise. We're going to help them in all these sales processes,
Okay.
driving better rebooking,
Sure.
driving better visitor acquisition, driving business development processes also, and then also the tech backbone, which EasyFairs has also developed as a
Great.
very strong tech for the
Your
events industry.
process is in place and having that experience
And
of
so it's really
producing shows.
a story of 1 + 1 is 3.
Yeah, exactly. So what's next in the US? What's your plans next?
Yeah, the plan is a double plan. It's really I would say a buy and build plan.
Okay.
So we're going, definitely we have a good pipeline of more shows, more acquisition opportunities that we'd like to consider, and yeah, from different shapes and forms, different industries, from full-on acquisitions to more partnerships. We like, indeed, as I already said, to keep the incumbent talent on board. So we see that also as a long-term process. And then with that, we also have this big arsenal of events and brands in our portfolio from Europe, which we're also studying how we could
maybe
geo-clone them in the US market.
Maybe some launches.
Yeah. So we're really working on that with my colleague Rachel Wimberly, well known in the US, I think. And yes, with that, I think this is going to be the next step for EasyFairs US.
And how long have you been at EasyFairs, and what's your background?
I celebrated just this year my 10th anniversary with EasyFairs. Before that, I was a strategy consultant. And then I moved into the industry, so to speak, in the transport and logistics sector in Antwerp.
Okay.
And from there, I really got acquainted with my predecessor, head of business development at EasyFairs, who was so inspiring. He knows everything about any industry. He has so many ideas, and that was really what struck my attention. And so I started with my logistics and transport expertise as a head of cluster for the Belgian transport portfolio and packaging portfolio. I started like that, and then I immediately, after a year or two, I moved into business development in Belgium, launched a couple of shows there in education, in manufacturing, and then moved on to a group level with HQ, and then overseeing the whole business development at EasyFairs.
And this is your first time attending Expo, correct?
It is, absolutely.
Yeah. So tell me what's exciting, interesting to you here. Have you seen anything or some things that you want to take back to your company?
Well, I think it's a brilliant event, really. I met so many great people, interesting solutions, great providers, and also I learned a lot myself, because indeed it's true that the European event landscape and the US event landscape, they don't entirely work the same way. Event management companies is something that is big in US. In Europe, we would do all that
it all
ourselves.
yourself, right?
So that's really a big difference that I discovered here. And other than that, I saw many tech providers, really exciting.
As we end 2025, tell us, company overall, how is EasyFairs growing year over year? And then maybe a little bit of forecasting into 2026 for us.
Yeah, so we just announced 15% growth this year, and
Double
really
digit. Good.
legit. Yeah, we're on plan on our 5-year plan. We're on track and
Okay.
and on our way to double the company, the size of the company over this period. It's really going strong, not only with the US but also in our home market in
In
Europe in the
Europe.
first place, where we
Yeah.
keep launching, we keep acquiring, and doing a great great
Yeah.
story.
Good. And so for next year, how's it looking, as you're forecasting and making your plans? So you're on track in terms of the
Exactly.
growth. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We
Proje-
keep the heading. We're on track, and we keep the same pace of growth, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything I didn't ask you about in terms of that you want our audience to know about the acquisition or about EasyFairs?
Well, yeah, I think of course we're interested to connect with more organizers that might be considering a divestment or a partnership. The EasyFairs model is a model where you can really easily plug into an existing strong ecosystem, and I think that's what we can bring in terms of added value in such a partnership, in such a deal, in such a combination.
Yeah.
So that's really what I wanted to insist on,
Yeah.
and that we're equally also interested in keeping all the talent on board to
Okay.
write this story together. Yeah.
So you heard it here. If you've got a show and you're looking to sell, talk to Arnaud, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
And then
You're most
also,
welcome.
so when you talk about the model, the EasyFairs model to plug and play, what does that mean? Explain that for me and our audience.
Yeah, so all our events are all plugged into our same tech backbone. We're completely integrated,
Okay.
and with that, this enables us also to develop all sorts of tools, AI, machine learning. So we have data scientists that develop a great deal of insights of all the communities that we
Okay.
serve, and so we with that we really are able to develop so many valuable insights
Okay.
about better running an event, about better serving our communities, being more relevant, offering a better ROI to exhibitors, a better return on time invested for the visitors. Everything is easy, everything is smooth, and that's also what we're capable of doing by this whole integrated model of and tech backbone.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
So tech, yeah, plugging in
tech
that
all
tech
the
and
way.
being able to use the data to improve the show all
Yes,
around for attendees and exhibitors.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
All
Well,
right.
thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. So for
Thank you very
TSNN,
much.
I'm Danica Tormohlen.